Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching the Political Vigilante live stream. It is Tuesday, March 9th, 2021. Greetings, citizens of Gotham. Thank you for joining us. I know Jimmy's wrapping up some songs over there at the Jimmy Dore Show, but I wanted to get going because I know it's a little after 10 o'clock on the East Coast. I think it's noon on the East Coast of Australia on Wednesday. Hello, everybody down under. What's up, Evie? Good to see you. Ben, Concern, Gamer for Life, Carter McLaughlin, Alan, Phantomus Fanto. Hello, everybody. Womp Biscuits. What is going on? Will you support Kyle and Cenk retire? Force vote needs consequences we can enact. Saying will primary AOC is hopeful. Kyle became more than just a commentator when he vetted them and said trust them and they're the answer on his show. He gets introduced at Politicon as the founder of Justice Dems and the executive director defending Nira. Warren wasn't popular. Anyone after what she did to Bernie in 2016, he installed the new guard. I mean, they're not politicians, so you can't vote them out, but just stop watching them. If you don't like what they're doing, unsubscribe. Don't watch their shows. Don't like their videos. Don't do their Patreon. Tell Justice Dem, stop sending me emails and tell them why. And, you know, when they see their numbers go down, that'll affect them. I mean, I've been demonetized by YouTube and my numbers are going up. So I'm at 78,000 subscribers on StalinTube. And I'm Rockfin is like well over, I'm in 16,000 followers over there. So, yeah, I think it's good to primer these people and hold them accountable. But I'm with Gamer for Life here. I'm just done supporting all the Democrats. I'm just done. You know, I'm not even having like Democrats running. They always contact me and they want to come on this show. I'm a progressive running. Are you? If you got a D next to your name, how progressive are you? I'll bring some independent candidates on the show, you know, and listen to what they have to say. I mean, I'll say this. I hope Nina wins, but I'm if she wins, then we'll see. If Nina Turner stays a Democrat and doesn't join the People's Party, then I have no faith in her whatsoever. I'm done with the Democratic Party. A year ago, I was done. When Tulsi endorsed Joe Biden and then Bernie sheep-herded all of us, and I just was like, those two, I'm done with them. I'm done with them. And then, therefore, I'm just watching the squad not force the vote and everything, and they're not getting, they're trying to blame the Republicans on everything again. And the Republicans are pieces of shit, no two ways about it, but I'm just done with the Democratic Party. You know, I'm not voting for anybody in that party. I don't care if they get the greatest candidate ever and they're going to reform from within. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. If they start defecting over to like People's Party or the Greens or the Libertarians or whatever, I'm down with that. If like big name people like the Squad and Bernie and Tulsi and Nina and they all defect, and Ro Khanna, if they defect, then I'll go, okay, I guess maybe they are who they said they were, and they really want to make change, not just get powerful within this party. But they're not going to. Look, everybody went to Tulsi and Bernie in 2017. The draft Bernie movement was to like run as an independent. He didn't do it. Tulsi didn't do it. None of them did it. They're not going to. So this like the Dems, there's nothing in that party for me. Nothing. There's nothing, you know, and like, look, Trump's gone. You got rid of the boogeyman. He's gone. So now what? I don't want to hear it anymore. Rather than give us $2,000 checks, they're bombing Syria. They're putting kids in cages. I'm sorry, facilities. Oh, detention facilities. They're separating kids at the borders and get kids from their families. These people are awful, but the tweets aren't bad. His tweets are nice. He gives boring interviews. That's good. The ratings are down because they don't have crazy Trump saying nonsense every day. Trump was great for ratings. That's why the media helped get him elected in 2016. That's why they cut away from Bernie Sanders giving a speech to an empty podium where Trump was going to speak. So like, get rid of it. Like, if you guys just, the Democratic Party is not your friend. I don't care who's in it. I don't care how good they are. I don't care what if they join the Democratic Party, they will acquiesce. They just will. It doesn't matter. They'll be promised. Believe me, AOC has been promised, running for the White House in 2028 because she'll be 35 then and she qualified, whatever. It's just the Democrats are they're nothing. They do nothing. They're just puppets in this corrupt system. So you're never going to really fight the ruling class through the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. It's never going to happen. Anybody runs in either one of those. I mean, Trump ran as a populist. I mean, let's be real clear. I'm an outsider. I'm going to drain the swamp. Come on. No, you're not. He didn't drain the swamp. He gave billionaires a $1.5 trillion tax break. He kept all the countries. They always try to say, hey, he didn't bomb any new countries. That's how low the bar is in this warmongering hellhole of an empire collapsing America. Is if you keep you keep bombing 7 countries, but don't bomb a new country, we're this warrior for peace. That's how awful it is in this country. So yeah, America's a collapsing empire, and the Democratic Party, just get away from the Democratic Party. Get involved in local politics. I mean, all politics are local anyway. And get people like Kshama Sawant and Nithya Raman. Kshama Sawant is a socialist on Seattle City Council. Nithya Raman is doing that in LA. She just got on LA City Council. Get people like that on your city council. I'm a progressive Democrat. Stop. These people text me all the time. Graham, we want to come on your show. Good luck, man. Go on another show. I don't want to listen to what you're going to do when you get in there, because I know what you're going to do when you get into Congress or the Senate. You're going to buckle. You're going to tweet. You're going to concede to incremental centrism. The world is collapsing. America's on the brink of civil war. We're on the brink of an economic collapse. The stimulus plan, while it is needed, people need money. I guarantee it'll have awful shit in there for Wall Street. It'll kick the housing crisis and the financial collapse down the road. It'll just kick the can down the road. All they're going to do is extend the length of the fuse of the bomb. That's all they're going to do. And America's going under. So, try to make your local communities as great as they can be. Get green energy, get a Green New Deal, get people on your school board and your city council, and fight for workers' rights, fight for renters' rights, fight for, unions, and do that stuff on a local level. Because expecting some Democrat or the Democratic Party or Bernie or Tulsi or Nina or anyone else to come riding into the white horse, good fucking luck, man. It's never going to happen. It is never going to happen. You have a better chance joining a drug cartel and trying to get them to stop selling drugs and in turn sell vegan smoothies than you do getting the Democratic Party. You have to build a third party and hope the People's Party has to get big defections. If they don't, I don't know how it's going to happen. They're going to have to get big name people. So when people, we don't need somebody like Jesse Ventura. No, yeah, you do, because regular Americans who don't follow politics the way we do they're not going to line up for some no-name person. They would have done it for Jesse Ventura. If Tulsi Gabbard were to leave the Democratic Party and run as a People's Party, she would scoop up all these libertarians and center-right people and even disenfranchised Republican voters, and she'd get a lot of progressives to vote for her too. She would, but she's not going to do that. Bernie's he's an independent now, but he's still working with the Democrats. What is he, 78? It's done. I mean, it's done. The squad is just going to, look, they haven't spoken up for Julian Assange. They haven't spoken up for the war in Syria. They haven't done anything. They just they'll tweet, boy, putting kids in cages is bad. I don't care who does it. Ooh, wow, tough talk. It's just blah, 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 blah. This just, yeah. I mean, and whether you think these people were genuine before they got into office or not, or whatever, who cares? I mean, that's whatever. I don't care. That's a waste of my time to debate. Well, I think she was a good person. Then they turned her bad, or she was always bad. Who gives a shit? The reality is they're in power. They're not going to use their power to help people. They're going to use it to help themselves and their party, which only helps the ruling elites. So, they're all for sale and it doesn't matter. Yeah. Because all these big companies. Yeah. Welcome to Tea with Graham. Who said we're giving a pass to Big Pharma? Who the fuck said that? I never said that. God damn. What dumb fucking dumbness. What about all people boycotting the federal tax? Seriously now, no money for tech giants. Yeah, that could potentially work. What's up, Cat B? The job market was destroyed by corrupt politics. Only federal jobs guarantee will bring back livable wages. Yep. Sean Atwood's interview with Corey Feldman was pretty epic. They're all corrupt and compromised. Yep. Let's see if there's anybody. Hello, everybody watching the show over on Rockfin. Folks, we've been completely demonetized, so you cannot do super chats, which was a main source of revenue for this show. YouTube was 60% of this show's revenue, and they wiped it out February 1st. I appealed March 3rd, and they said it's going to take another month to review your appeal. So no money in February, no money in March from YouTube. So I have to get other sources of income to keep the show going. So if you can, join rockfin.com/Graham Elwood. It's free to sign up. And then you can go watch the live stream over there right now. And they have a tip feature. It's like the super chat feature. It's blockchain. They pay us in cryptocurrency. They basically convert your US dollars into crypto, and that's how they pay us. They take a little percentage of your tip to help with their infrastructure. They're trying to expand it. And you can also support what we do at patreon.com/Graham Elwood. You can ask any tip at Rockfin. I will answer it the way I did with the super chats. Also on Venmo. So yeah, let's go over to Venmo. Bitcoin, by the way, what is it? 55,000 today? It's going to hit 60. If you bought it, if you bought one of the dips, you bought it low and you want to take out a little bit of a profit, wait till it gets to about 59, 60,000. It'll top out there and then sell off and keep a little profit if you need to. Corby Simmons, shave your knuckles for justice. Love the live streams. Make Gotham great again. You got that right, Corby. You got that right. My friend Tony said, thank you for the dark chocolate. I sent him some dark chocolate in the mail. Yeah, that's right. Bitcoin is currently at 55,000. Ethereum, 1,800. Ethereum will probably probably break 2,000. It's not bad if you've bought in a lot in the long term to take away a little profit or hold for the long, but I'm going to take a little profit when it gets to 60,000. All right. What's up, everybody? Over Mad Ass at a Better Left News. Fucking auto scroll's annoying. Yo, Graham, I just got on the BlockFi credit card wait list. Do that. That's a way to empower yourself. I've paid off all my bank debt. I have no more credit card debt, no bank debt, none. And then I started storing some crypto on BlockFi, which is an exchange, and they pay you interest. You can get on the wait list, which Chris has done. I've done it. The wait list for their credit card that pays you cash back in Bitcoin. Pays you 1.5% back in Bitcoin. That's big. So when I get that credit card, I'm going to run all my expenses through that card, my monthly expenses that I pay every month. I'm not going to roll. I'm not going to carry debt. I'm not going to carry debt. I'm going to pay all my expenses through that credit card and just make money in Bitcoin. That's what I'm going to do. What's up, Bill Nye? Highest guy. Yeah, the Tea Party knew that you don't work with leadership if you want to take them down. It's just so dumb. Democrat, Justice Democrats. It's so stupid. Phantom is Fanto. What's up? Shave your knuckles for justice. Thanks for the positivity on the plummet of my country, Graham. Just what I needed. Yep. But yeah, make your local community great. The federal government hates you because they work for the ruling class, and the ruling class, the 1%, they hate you. They hate you. They hate me. They fucking hate us. They hate us. They don't care about us at all. And so when you're worried that some puppet for them, the squad, Bernie, whatever, they're not going to work for you. They're not. They're going to fight and give you little table scraps here and there. But when push comes to shove, they're not going to really dig their heels in and fight. They're going to wait for another day and push. I've heard this. Now it's not that just wait next when we get for 30 years, we got to wait till the next election. 30 years. We don't have 30 years. The environment's collapsing. This country is collapsing. There's people dying because they don't have health care. Like it's just, I'm just so sick of hearing it. Annalise Garcia, what's up, Annalise? How you doing? Everyone check out Annalise's show live Friday at 2 p.m. with Steph Samarano, Nick Brown, and Jackson Hinkle, and Christina Olivo. Sorry for the yawn. Thank you, Annalise. Check out her show. I'm so done with electoral politics. The system is rotten. I cannot blame you for that at all. Doc Terminus. Boom, 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 Doc. Graham, I know you make fun of it, but do you miss hosting the game shows? That night with JD and Steph, I was crying, laughing. Yes, high and science, two different words. Jimmy, thank you so much for pointing that out. The Political Vigilante Game Show, which we do every Thursday. We did one last week with Dave Anthony and Gareth Reynolds from the Dollop. We're going to do one this Thursday. I don't have guests lined up yet, but I do. I mean, they were fun. Working in TV was a blast. I mean, it was like driving to work every day to a soundstage in Hollywood was one of the coolest things. I mean, it was just awesome. A couple of years ago when I was driving out to San Bernardino to shoot the First Nations Comedy Experience, it's just great when you're driving to a set to shoot something, a TV show, a movie. It's just awesome. I mean, it's just awesome. So, yeah, it's just great. You're being creative. Sorry. But I'm going to keep doing the Political Vigilante Game Show. My goal is to build it up. And when things open up eventually, shoot it like on a soundstage with an audience and buzzers and, like ding, ding, like do that, just tell them what they've won, Johnny, like prizes. And that's what I want. That's what I absolutely want. And I'm glad you had fun watching that show. Watch it every week. It's a blast. We just did the one we did last Thursday with Dave Anthony and Gareth from the Dollop. Fucking laugh my ass off. Once I hear about a bear market incoming, I'm converting to stablecoin until the market picks back up, then trade back it once it settles. I know. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh. Matt S. About the kids in cages, I'm kind of lost on how to handle this. Many of these kids are being trafficked by coyotes and need a place to stay as well as families. How do we handle it? No, it's awful. It's an awful situation all around. You're absolutely, It is awful. I mean, in some cases, maybe the kids in cages are better than the coyotes. I mean, it's so awful to say. It's such a horrible situation. Are some of those kids that are trying to sneak around, did they get snatched up and put into sex trafficking? Yeah, it's the whole situation is awful. So one of the ways to handle it is to, first of all, stop sanctioning all these Central American countries like Venezuela. Stop creating all this economic despair that forces people to want to leave their homes. There's that right there. There's that. Decriminalize drugs in this country and treat it as a health issue rather than a criminal issue. And the conservative will listen to that and go, oh, Graham, so we just want to let people shoot heroin and steal and do whatever they want, and we just give them a lollipop? No, if you commit an act of violence, that's still a felony. Breaking and entering is a felony. You know, armed robbery, felony, assault, those are all felonies. But you don't need to then add just buying and selling drugs or using drugs as part of that. If we got it, because drug addicts will tell you they don't care. Any recovered drug addict or even active drug addict will say they're going to do whatever. They don't care what the laws. They don't care. So it's the putting people, the war on drugs has failed. We've lost that war. We need to treat it differently, not as a war. Plus, if we went to a more socialist society that had a real safety net and people had free health care, and part of that health care was mental health. Part of that free health care was drug and alcohol treatment. And you gave people free college, and free college and free healthcare, by the way, has been in Western Europe for 70 years. And you implement a Green New Deal that actually puts people to work, giving people decent jobs. So you've got healthcare, you've got education, you got good jobs. What percentage of people would need drugs? And then you decriminalize and treat drugs like a health issue. Treat addiction like a health. You don't, like, throwing addicts in jail is like, all right, well, let's throw a diabetic in jail because we busted him scoring insulin on the street. You know, it's that preposterous. The American Medical Association calls alcoholism and drug addiction a disease. They call it a disease. The American Medical Association does. So if the American Medical Association does, why doesn't the criminal courts back them up? So if we reverse our policing policy to not just, oh, someone's having a mental illness breakdown and they're being out of control. Oh, just send cops with guns to beat the shit out of them and shoot them. Yeah, no, let's not do that. So if we handle all of those issues in this country and stop sanctioning other countries, stop trying to, put some CIA puppet like Juan Guaido in Venezuela because they have the audacity of wanting to use their oil to better their own citizens, there wouldn't be this desire for people to come to this country because their countries would be doing well. There wouldn't be a need for people to buy drugs in this country and then actually go after sex trafficking. Don't just give it lip service, but actually arrest it, like put Les Wexner in jail and stop the sex trafficking rings. Then we could address that problem, Matt. But as I just laid out, it's complex, but there's a bunch of solutions I just laid out. Now, somebody like me will never be allowed in office in this country because this country is utterly corrupt and it's run by the 1%. And Americans have been so brainwashed into apathy and incremental centrism that they're never going to really rise up. I just don't see. I kept waiting. When's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? Well, get some protest. Awesome. We're going to shut down sports because of what happened to Jacob Blake. Oh, Obama's going to tell him to go back to play ball. Okay. Please watch the old video, The Point. It's a cartoon from the 70s with Ringo Starr as part of it, and Alan Thicke narrates it. All right. OG North American Ape, what's up? Thank you for supporting the show on rockfin.com. Yo, Graham, it's been a minute. Did you see that Squad is back to doing what they do best at? It starts with a T. It ends with a wheat. Oh, the squad is back tweeting. Boy, every time they tweet, I get free healthcare. Right? Don't you? Every time they tweet, my wages go up. No, you guys don't get that? Oh, man. Wow. Every time they tweet, like a homeless person gets housing. Oh, that's right. None of those things happen. What they meant when they said they were working behind the scenes, they're all completely useless. They're going to bitch and moan while voting for the relief bill that they say is unacceptable. Of course. Minimum for Bitcoin Roth IRA is 5,000. Ooh, nice. There's something like 1,000 people ahead of me. Yeah, right on. Bitcoin back, 1.5% Bitcoin back. The squad has all this power, and they don't want to use it. They're useless. They're absolutely useless. Go to bed, Graham. You work too hard. I know. Excuse me. David Guevara. Can you see the chat on YouTube? Yes, I can see the chat on YouTube. What does the chat on YouTube say? Every time they tweet, a corporation gets its wings. That's funny. Are you afraid of HR 1 passing, making it even harder for third parties? That's what they do, man. I'm having clam chowder and grilled cheese. I love soup, right? Soup is amazing. God, I think I'm going to have soup. I want to have soup. It's been cold and rainy. But Graham, the whole point of invading and sanctioning other countries is because they don't have a free market capital like the USA. You're right. We're just bombing them full of freedom. We're going to sanction them full of freedom. Yes, I'm just going to punch your face full of freedom. Why are you complaining? I just want to punch your face full of freedom. I love, big soup chat. Nice. Good. We're talking about soup. Glad we're getting that squared up. California used to have free college. Yes, it did. What would the crime rate be in California if it was still free? Dumbass with guns rarely improve a situation. Yep. Curtis Kraus. Curtis, thank you so much for supporting the show. These vegan guns need fuel to stay strong. Vegan gun. Went on a bike ride today between rain. Rain was a little rain break. Went on a bike ride. Then made a vegan smoothie. It was so great. It's making me so strong. How about a segment, kids? You ready for a hot, fresh segment? I know you are. 311. Those guys are cool, and that's a very fun band. I know those guys. They're awesome. 156 likes. Let's get the likes up there. We got to get the likes up there. Come on. The soup lobbyists are here. Yes, Reagan did kill free college in California. Wasn't he great? Did you see California AB 1400? That was her statewide single player. Yep. 311 rocks. All entertainers come original. They're cool guys too. I know them. They're cool guys. I did the 311 cruise a couple of times. They're really cool guys. Anybody tried dragon soup? 311 is from Omaha. Tell us what you know about the petrodollar and our relationship with Saudi Arabia and how it influences everything we do internationally. Yeah, it influences everything. Soup lives matter. Make soup great again. Yeah, I've talked about this a lot on this show before, but just to bring it up real quick, everything that we do revolves around the petrodollar, which is since China and Russia are not using the petrodollar anymore. That's one of the reasons why they're like enemy number one. So when Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein stopped using the petrodollar, we killed them. That's how it goes. You know, Iran doesn't want to use the petrodollar. Oh, sorry. They're the enemy. Venezuela, enemy. That's how it works. And that's why Saudi Arabia, they can chop up journalists, treat women like, you know, dogs. It doesn't, we'll let it slide. We'll say some of the press like, they can't do that. But we're not going to never, because look, they give us oil and we sell them weapons. It's a great deal, you know. Trump sold them $100 billion in weapons. Everyone's like, oh my God, what's he doing? But everyone kind of forgot how Obama sold them $113 billion in weapons. Oh, God, Lord. Yep. You got it. My pleasure to bring it up. What's up, Melissa H. over and Robert Allen over on the Rockfin. Robert Swanik, what's up? Shave your knuckles for justice, Robert. Sharif Snugs, boom. Dude, thanks for the big donation. I appreciate it, man. I'm playing catch up with this donation. Oh, dude, you know, you've supported the show so much. I appreciate it. And anyone out there who can support, I appreciate it. And if money gets tight or whatever, it's all good, dude. Sharif, you've supported the show for a while, and I very much appreciate it. And you always ask great questions. Laugh LMFAO. Did you hear that Twitter will allow a Patreon function on their platform? Well, look at that. Gee, I wonder if that had anything to do with Susie Dawson and Bill Binney's Panquake. You know why Twitter is doing this, right? To signal that speech is not free and to stop social media platforms like Panquake. Absolutely. Absolutely, Matt. God, that's so true. Like, they came up with Panquake, and because Bill Binney's involved and Susie Dawson and all these people, they're like, I think Bill Binney's involvement is what made them go, wait, what? The world's number one cryptographer? We can't beat him. So we'll try to get it. We'll try to do it first. Nuts. Mark Peterson just signed on to Rockfin, my virgin post. Mark, thank you so much for breaking your Rockfin cherry. Welcome to the future. Rockfin is the future. Blockchain cryptocurrency. The Ray token is trading today about 280, 290 in there today. And it's great. And how they've been paying me in Rockfin, it looks like and because a lot of you have joined Rockfin recently and started tipping over there. And just, you can tip any video 24/7. You can just watch any video of mine and just tip, you know, it's really cool. So because of that, because of all of you, because I've been on Rockfin for a year and a half, and all of you the last month or so since I got demonetized have really jumped over there. So many of you have jumped over there. My subscriptions have gone up. My tips have gone up. It looks like we're going to be all right for right now. I mean, I'm going to, you know, cover the loss of, like I said, YouTube is about 60% of the show's revenue. It looks like we're going to be able to handle it. We're going to be okay. I mean, I got to like actively pay attention. I mean, I was already, but to like Ray and crypto and Ethereum, because I got to convert it and wait till it gets here and there. And you know, I got to sell some of it off to convert it to cash to pay bills. But I think we're going to be all right, man. So because of folks like you, Mark, that have just joined Rockfin, and everybody that's been on Rockfin for a long time, or if you just joined in the last week or day or month, man, I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And I really like YouTube. If they remonetize me, great, but they're not. I don't have any faith that they will. I really don't. So I really want to just make Rockfin as great as it can be and turn Google into and YouTube into MySpace. That's my goal. Any update on Gotham Kale or whatever? No, we haven't. We haven't heard back. We're going to try to reach out to these companies, but I'll let you know as soon as we do. Phantom is Fanta. What's up? Shave your knuckles for justice. Graham, let's talk about Daily Beast. Why do they care about Door? What is the history with this writer, Alex Reed Ross and Door? I don't know that writer. I don't know who that writer is. I don't really read Daily Beast. I don't know who this writer is, but I just dropped a video. I did it last night on the Rockfin Live. That's the other thing, too. If you're a Rockfin premium member, every Monday night, there's a premium member exclusive live stream. There's a lot of content over there. And I'm posting, like I posted 2 videos on Rockfin today and only 1 on YouTube. So there's a lot of content that's free on Rockfin that's exclusive. And then there's also the premium content as well. So I watched that video because I go into who the board of directors are of IAC, the parent company that owns Daily Beast. Shocker, Chelsea Clinton's on there. What? No way. Michael Eisner and Barry Diller are all, Barry Diller worked for Fox News, Michael Eisner that's named in a Harvey Weinstein lawsuit. One of the Weinstein victims also named Michael Eisner. Chelsea Clinton, of course, had Ghislaine Maxwell at her wedding. So these are evil, warmongering, Epstein-tied pieces of shit. So Daily Beast is just, it was such a smear piece. It was like a laughable how much of a smear piece it was. I mean, like they just accuse Jimmy Dore being an alien. Like it'd be just as preposterous as what they're claiming in that thing. So, yeah, that's Daily Beast. They're one of they're paid corporate media operatives, you know, that are paid to push the, you know, Clinton neoliberal agenda. You know, just like Fox and Project Veritas and those others, they're paid to push the right-wing agenda. Whatever, Second Amendment, Bible, blah, 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 family values. It's just more crap to keep us divided. So Daily Beast and this Alex Ross Reed, whatever, this fucking mope, some idiot, some idiot that sold his soul, has no morals. David Guevara, boom. The petrodollar allow U.S. billionaires to use paper and ink to take all the resources from other countries, Libya, Syria, Iraq, etc. So true, David. So true. Melissa H, what's up? Just $2, but I'm going to hold back until I pay my business taxes to see how much money I have left. Peace, brother. Oh, no worries. Thank you for any amount of you guys, anything that you give, I appreciate it. And I understand taxes are coming up and all that stuff. We're waiting on stimulus checks. It's all good. And I say this, if money's tight and you can't give any money, there's a lot of great free things you can do to support the show. First of all, just sign up for Rockfin. It's free. Just sign up. You know, share my videos on your social media. A lot of people do that. And just, you know, it's really, it helps grow the show. Even if you're like, some people are like, well, Graham, I only have a couple hundred people following me on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. It doesn't matter. Everything helps. And all those likes and shares and subscribes and, you know, thumbs up, all that stuff, all those little algorithm things, they all add up. They're all good things. They don't cost you a penny. And so I appreciate that. You know, I really appreciate that. Sandra Mayer, ba-boom, Sandra. I want to buy some Vigilante weapons. How much for the vegan guns? Here's a deposit. Oh, these things are cost as much as the F-35, 1.5 trillion. 750 billion, 750 billion. Ba-boom. And these guns fire 24/7. Annalise Garcia. Annalise, you're adorable. Check out her show. I suggest Lark Davis on YouTube for crypto. By the way, not only is my Inogen continuing to go up, but I got 1,000 Harmony One for $20 at 2 cents a coin 3 weeks ago, and now I'm up to 4 cents. Some of these altcoins have crazy potential. Oh yeah, dude, I got the crypto.com coin. I bought it at 8 cents and now it's at 16 cents. And I'm like, oh, snap. I'm telling you, find those altcoins. Don't just buy willy-nilly. Obviously you did, but I'm talking to the whole audience here. if you're into that space, research what because a lot of the altcoins, they're a certain type of technology, or like the crypto.com coin. I basically am investing in this exchange. It's a crypto exchange, and they have a crypto debit card, and they're giving interest. And I researched it, and I was like, this seems like a smart, like this could be one of these when right now only like 3 to 4% of the population is buying and selling cryptocurrency. So when that number goes way up, when everybody starts buying it, then exchanges are going to become more valuable. So I was like, that's why I bought that. So do that research. That's awesome, Annalise. That's so, I love hearing that. I love hearing people tell me, Graham, I heard about crypto, from you or somewhere else, and now I'm in, and I took my $200 and now it's worth $1,000. I love hearing those stories. I absolutely love it. It's how to empower yourself. And I always say, start paying attention, watch those shows. Like Annalise, I'm not familiar with these shows that Annalise just told us about, but check them out. I started to watch BitBoy Crypto. I just started to watch him, and I watched the Moon for like daily trading stuff, Altcoin Daily for like news within the crypto space, and Crypto Casey. And then I watch Boom Bust, and I watch Max Kaiser on occasion. And but the Moon, he's one of these guys who just analyzes the charts every day. I mean, he just said it the other day. So Bitcoin was at like 47,000, and he shows these graphs and and how it's historically leading up to exactly what happened in 2017. And he's like, and he's really smart, and he'll say, look, if it goes below this number, 47, then it's gonna break on the downside. But if it bounces off of it, then it's going to start going up. And he said, so it goes, if it bounces off of 47,000, then it's going to start going up. If it goes past 51,000, then it's probably going to make its way all the way up to 60. It did that. It bounced off 47. It went the minute it went past 51, I'm like, oh, here we go. It's at 55 today, and it'll probably be at 60,000 by the end of the week. He calls it every time. I mean, it's nuts. It's nuts. Robin Panado, ba-boom, ba-boom, shave him. They don't want us to stash all that money away into hodled Bitcoin. Oh, I know. I saw this thing on regular CBS News saying Americans this past year paid off $83 billion in credit card debt. I thought it would have gone the other way. Like people went way into debt, but I think that's a lot of Americans, like money was tight or whatever, but they got some stimulus checks or got, I know people like in California who didn't get their unemployment until like June or August or even September. So they got this bulk payment of the back pay back from March of last year. So I know like a friend of mine got like $8,000, and he goes, oh, fuck it, and paid off his credit cards and all of his debt. He was out of debt. So I'm telling you, in this new stimulus, if this new stimulus check we're going to get, the 1,400 or whatever, if you need some to pay your bills, I get it. But do two things. Pay off credit card debt. Get out of high interest, non-secured bank debt, and buy fucking Bitcoin. I'm telling you, if you don't know what to do other than how to buy Bitcoin, just go to Coinbase or crypto.com. or BlockFi if you live in the States. If you live outside of America, you can use Binance, or you can use a VPN if you're comfortable with that. If you're not comfortable with all that shit, just sign up for one of those ones in America and take 1,000 of that $1,400. Take $400, buy groceries, whatever. Take $1,000 and buy $1,000 of Bitcoin. Even if it's topped out at 60 grand. If you want to wait till it comes back down, great. But just buy it, because it's going to go up to, they're saying, by $300,000 by the fall. So that means if you buy Bitcoin at $60,000, you buy $1,000 of Bitcoin at $60,000, and it goes up to 300 grand. That means your $1,000 is going to be worth $5,000. Just saying. Sharif Snugs, what's up, dude? Shaving the knuckles for justice, keeping Gotham great again, making vegan guns rain. Watch Nomadland on Hulu. This film is America. It's so heartbreaking to watch, but a must see. I will. I'm so excited to go back on the road with Ron and to see all of you at live shows and this, all over America. And we're going to do a lot of driving. The bulk of the tour is going to be driving. And part of me is like a little apprehensive, but really like, I want to see it. I want to see what America looks like post-pandemic. I really want to see it. And we're going to videotape. I'm going to video it the whole way and live stream and make clips, because I won't be able to like do this setup where if we're on the road for 6 weeks, obviously I won't be able to do much of this. I'll be doing some stuff on my laptop in my hotel room, but I'm just going to have my phone just rolling video and interviewing people and talking to people like, what is it like? What is it like here? What's going on? Tell me. And have them tell us in each of these towns and show it. We did a little bit of that when Ron and I were on the road. We did a little bit of that. I remember when we were in Houston, we went to some like leaked chemical plant or oil refinery or some shit. MHC. Boom, boom, boom. Even if it shows like Political Vigilante got remonetized on YouTube, nothing has changed systematically. So in my opinion, it would only be a matter of time before it happened again. Yeah, that's my thought. They want to remonetize me and pay me again? Great. But I won't be like, we did it. I'll be like looking at my watch going, when are they going to stick it to me again? That's what I'll be doing. Like, start the stopwatch, see how many days or weeks. Maybe we'll get 6 months before they do it again at the most, but it'll happen again. We need to get Rockfin viewers up in the hundreds by this time next week. Absolutely. Setchimo Cantanella, shave your knuckles for justice. If you were to start up a new altcoin, what would you call it? Vegan gun token? VGT? Be blockchain vegan guns? It's fucking open sourced right here, bitch. You want a taste? Do you want a taste? That's what I call it. Cardano. Ooh, I bought a little Cardano last month. Beep, beep, beep. Susie Dawson told me to buy Cardano. Cardano is going to boom in April. I saw Altcoin Daily cover ADA making a major move in April. Forget the day. Yep, Altcoin Daily is great. It has to be the Kale coin. Could be the Kale coin. Crypto Daily is a very fun and instructive, and Coin Bureau is an excellent semi-deep coverage. Good to know. Thanks for sharing all these different crypto. Those of you who are already like knowledgeable in the crypto space, I really appreciate that, because you're educating me. And then a lot of the audience here is new to crypto, or they've heard me talk about it, they don't quite get it or whatever. So I just want get out there, man. The way all of you got into indie media and you started watching Jimmy Dore or me or whatever, and then you expanded, now you're watching all these other shows, Abby Martin and Ron Placone and everything, Annalise, then you're expanding your knowledge of indie politics, right? And lefty politics. Same thing in the crypto space, man. Live stream from the road will be awesome. Yeah, it'll be great. We'll do those things where Ron and I are in the car driving to the next town, talking about the gig the night before. And I always call those Ron tent because it's just he and I in the car. They're pretty cool. The tour is going to be really cool. I won't have the studio and be able to do the clips and all that shit, but it'll be rad, man. Sharif Snugs, what is up, dude? YouTuber Frank Analysis tweeted out that MMC Crypto on YouTube was demonetized earlier today. Oh, they're going after crypto shows now. And now the tweet is gone. I wonder how that happened. The ruling class don't want you to make money. Nope. No, they don't. They want you working at some shitty job, barely getting by, so that you have to go into debt. The fact that people have been taking their stimulus money and paying off their credit cards and buying crypto, they're flipping the fuck out. They want you in debt. They want to come take your home. They want to take your business. You know, you own your own cool little restaurant. They want to take that and make you have to get a job at goddamn Cheesecake Factory. That's what they want you to do. They want you in debt and in control. You have and just working just enough that you won't rise up. Just enough to go buy some of their bullshit and not really protest. That's what they want you to do. They absolutely don't want you to empower yourself. So they're going to shut down crypto shows. Of course they are. Melissa AH, what's up, Melissa? Okay, one more tip. You should take all that footage you'll get and make a documentary, Comedy After COVID. Oh my God. Did you just give me the title of my new documentary? Yes, you did. All right, I'm going to do that. Comedy After COVID. Ron and I are going to go on the road, and the through line is going to be Ron and I traveling, doing and talking to people, you know, doing shows, but it's really going to be about talking to people, interviewing people and being like, what happened? Tell me your COVID story. Well, we were all set to do this, and this got shut down, and we had to pivot, and we opened up this online business or whatever. We lost everything. And then, yeah. And we're going to go through Texas. We're going to talk to people in Texas. We're going to talk to people about in Minneapolis and what happened with the, you know, fucking Derek Chauvin trial is they're doing jury selection. Oh God, if he gets acquitted, oh God, I don't want him to be acquitted. If he's acquitted, there's going to be riots. It's going to be awful. But yeah, Comedy After COVID. Done deal, Melissa. Oh, you just named my next documentary. You're the best. Phantom is Fanto. Got music rec for you. A band called Yellow Sunshine from Gamble and Huff, Philly stable, released in 1974. So funky. All right, I'm down with that. Yellow Sunshine. Oh, I like me some 70s funk. I listen to the Funk channel on Pandora. It's pretty sweet. Sechimo Cantanella, what's up? You're making Gotham great again. Rockfin Chat has settled on Kale Coin. Shout out, Melissa. All right. It's Kale Coin. Sorry. I'm sorry for disagreeing with the Rockfin Chat. Kale Coin. 7 years ago, some homeless kid told me to buy Bitcoin. He didn't look like the role of a homeless person, but there he was at the same place I was, a homeless person. I didn't listen to him 6 years ago. Yeah, I should have. That would have been 2015. I know. I hope that kid did, and he's off the streets, and he's a millionaire. Yeah, looks like everybody loves Comedy After COVID, Melissa. You're 2 for 2 here. Kale Coin and Comedy After COVID. All right, shit. I got to do a segment. The fuck now? I've been talking for an hour. 348 people watching, everybody. We currently have 237 likes. I would love to see those likes get over 300. That's on YouTube. And also make sure you hit the like button if you're watching on Rockfin. If you're live streaming on Rockfin, share the live stream out right now on your social media. Let's try to get the Rockfin number. It's usually around 40, 50 people when we do a free one like this. Let's see if we can get that number. I'd love to see like consistently 100, 150, 200 people watching on Rockfin when we simulcast. I'd really like to see that. All right, let's do a segment. Mexi is a YouTube channel. She goes by the name Mexi. She's also done an interview with Abby Martin. It's part of the Bo the Fifth Column community. Oh, cool. I like Bo the Fifth Column, man. He does great work. That guy does great work. Hey, Kate, let's try to email that guy and see if we can get him on the show. Mexi is great and vegan. All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching the Political Vigilante. Gotham, we're making it great again. Even with YouTube demonetizing us, you can support our show in a lot of ways. You can go to rockfin.com/Graham Elwood or do what Gina G does, a Patreon supporter. You can go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood and submit articles like this. SpaceX once left its rocket engineers on an island without food, leading them to mutiny, according to a new book. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know, look, Elon Musk, okay, he makes cool electric cars. Nice. He is a big Bitcoin proponent. That's cool. But then he says awful shit like, we'll coup who we want to coup, talking about staging a coup in Bolivia to get minerals for his electric cars. Okay, billionaire, fuck you. Here's more evidence that he's just an evil sociopath. So here's what's in the book. SpaceX first engineers lived on a Pacific island to prepare the company's earliest rocket for launch. This is like back in 2005, I think. In the first year that SpaceX was on the island, food shipments sometimes failed. That's cool. Oh, you're the big billionaire, but you can't feed your own staff, or you make work on an island in the South Pacific? Way to go. One day, hungry engineers refused to work until a helicopter brought chicken and cigarettes. They had a mutiny. I'm going to go into it a little bit. This is the ruling class. This is what they do. Make me a rocket. I don't care if you're fed. I'm going to pit you against each other. Because I'm a soulless billionaire that deserves to have all of his money taken and given to the people. On that island called Omelek, the team was racing to build a launch pad and set up the company's Falcon 1 rocket. Okay. The Air Force had indefinitely delayed the company's efforts to launch from California, but the U.S. Army, which oversaw the atoll, was friendlier to SpaceX plans. So this is Elon Musk's pattern. I don't want to pay taxes in California. I'm moving to Texas. Oh, your power went out. We had been going around the clock, Jeremy Holloman, the engineer who led the Omelek team, told Berger. At some point, everybody got fed up and decided that we needed to find a way to let them know that we were part of this team as well. Yeah, if you read the story, and it's all in this book, they just pushed the team and pushed the team and pushed the team. These billionaires don't care. They don't care if you're working in an Amazon warehouse and you get COVID. They don't give a shit about you. They don't care if you're a scientist trying to make a rocket. Just do it, just do it, just do it. I want this, I want this, I want this. Jeff Bezos has more money than me, so I got to make a rocket so I get more money than him. Can't even... You would think, boy, working for Tesla must be awesome. They must be paid the best money and have the best facilities and really be taken care of. No. These billionaires are all greedy, soulless sons of bitches that don't care. They don't want to take care of people. They don't want to give up their money. They don't want to help anybody out. Each one of them individually has the money to end homelessness. Like Elon Musk could end homelessness in the United States. End it. Every American city right now has tent cities, and they had them before COVID. It's even worse since COVID. He could end it. He could end it. Doesn't want to. And this is how he treats his scientists. So if he treats his scientists that way, without scientists, he doesn't get his rocket. How's he going to treat you? You just like work in a dealership, or you just like got an admin job in the office or whatever. How's he going to treat you? If there's a fire in the building and he's in the building, he will leave and will not care if you die in that fire. He will not care. They don't care. These are awful people. They're not like the traditional like leader that like, oh, I'm going to go down with the ship and make sure my people are taken care of. That like old school like leadership, like tribal leaders, samurai, kings, tribal leaders, chiefs, all had this like, if anyone in my tribe was hungry, it was a shame on me. I was a failure. I failed as a leader. Now it's like, you're hungry. Yeah, thoughts and prayers. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. I don't give a shit about you. That's how they operate. I just want to make this real clear. This is how they treated their scientists. Okay. SpaceX no longer has any presence in the Marshall Island. The company is testing a new rocket prototypes in its facilities in Boca Chica, Texas. Gee, I wonder. I don't know. I don't know what happened a couple weeks ago when the the freezing weather took out the power grid in Texas and people were without electricity and water and heat and food. And I wonder if any of this, did this affect this facility? Maybe it didn't. I don't know. Did it? Well, maybe they got a backup generator. Okay, great. I don't know. I'm just saying. And they haven't fixed the power grid. I did a story that I just dropped showing how all these Republicans in Texas, because Elon, I'm going to Texas because I don't have to pay all these taxes. Okay, great. But the power grid goes down and all because it's a red state, right? So California is a blue state. Gavin Newsom and all the Democrats in this state, California, are corrupt. So I'm going to go to Texas, lower taxes. Okay. Well, they got a shitty power grid that just went down and they haven't fixed it. And I just did a video showing that all the Republicans, including the governor and Ted Cruz, you know, the maggot that went on vacation while you were freezing to death in Texas, he was with his family in some warm Caribbean climate until everybody caught him on social media and then he had to fly back. So they haven't fixed the power grid. And all these politicians, these Republican politicians in Texas, all get money from the oil lobby. So Elon Musk went there because he didn't want to pay union wages and he doesn't want to pay taxes. So if you work for him in Texas, they haven't fixed the power grid. And there's going to be sweltering heat in Texas this summer. Because every summer, Texas gets sweltering heat. 95 degrees, 90% humidity, 100 degrees. It's Texas. They get crazy heat. So you sure you want to work for hipster Elon Musk? And everyone thinks he's so cool and hip and he was on Joe Rogan. Not a good guy. None of them are. You can't be a billionaire and be a good person. Thanks for watching the show, everybody. Follow the money, connect the dots, find the truth, shave your knuckles for justice. Boom. Oh, Cancun cruise. Oh, that's where we went. Cancun, of course. Oh, Tangerine Haze. Kale coin could be your NFT. Build it on Cardano. That's what I want to do. So I'm learning about these NFTs, non-fungible tokens, and they're doing like artwork. And I'm like, I want to do an NFT with some unique, cool piece of digital art for me that represents me in this show that then someone can buy. That's what I want to do. And I don't know how to build an NFT. I don't know how to do any of that shit at all. So if anyone's got any ideas, if there's any companies that are doing this type of stuff, I'm researching some myself, but I want to reach out to them and say, hey, would you guys be down with making an NFT for me? I don't know. Watching on both Rockfin and YouTube. I'll bump the numbers up. Thank you so much. David Guevara, shave him. Elon is an asshole. He got all his money from the government. Of course. And then complains when he has to pay taxes or such a piece of shit. David Guevara, boom. The government could also end homelessness by printing more petrodollars. That's true. But the billionaires don't want that. They have, excuse me. The billionaires don't want that. They have to be bailed out with trillions of paper, ink, petrodollars, or numbers in a computer. You got that right. You got that right. I'm learning about NFTs too. Yeah, NFTs sound amazing to me. Graham, I've been learning smart contracts. I can try to make a Kale coin. Don't worry about compensating me. Oh, wow. That's cool. How about sell the background image? I think this is, yeah, I don't know. I got to talk to somebody at NFTs. What would be something cool and interesting? Because the thing, what I understand about NFTs, so if I sell this first one, anytime somebody resells it, I get like a commission on it. That's what I love. That sounds awesome to me. Snork Y2K, what's up, Mitch? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you in the chat. Make an NFT with Ron, a piece of bread, and a toaster to announce next Australia tour. Oh, Toastergate won't go away. Ron, it won't go away. Yeah, this image is from my computer. I'll make you some Vigilante art. I love it. I only invest in avocado cryptos. What's up? A dingo ate my baby. How you doing? Let's do another segment, kids. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante. Great way to support the show is to go to rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, blockchain cryptocurrency. We've been demonetized by YouTube. And also patreon.com/Graham Elwood, where you can submit articles like this by Eric Husseau, outlining how horrifying our healthcare system is, that a 7-year-old girl has to have a fundraiser at a lemonade stand or whatever to raise money for brain surgery. And of course the media is like, oh, this is so sweet, everybody donate, which that like everybody donating, that's of course, that's wow, Americans helping each other out. But this shouldn't be happening. The 7-year-old girl should have free health care. She shouldn't have to have a 7-year-old girl should, no one, a 70-year-old, no one should have to have a fundraiser for health care. I hope I make it, a 7-year-old said. So I'm sorry, the squad who it wasn't the right time, it was a performative act to force the vote, that didn't want to force the vote, you're letting people like this die. It's tens of thousands of people die every year because they don't have health insurance. And Cenk and all those fucking idiots at TYT and Anna that sell out, that got Jimmy Dore was trying to save people like this. So was I. So was Justin Jackson. So was Dr. Cornel West. That's who was trying to do this. Jimmy's too mean. You should be incensed. You should be screaming in the streets that a 7-year-old girl has to have a fundraiser. I hope I make it. A 7-year-old Alabama girl selling lemonade to fund her own brain surgeries. Here's the local news story.
I want to take you now to Homewood, where a 7-year-old girl is getting a taste of the family business.
Every glass of lemonade that she sells means a fighting chance for her future. CBS 42's Malik Rankin joins us now. She's at Savage's Bakery with this story behind the lemonade stand there.
Good evening. Savage's Bakery is co-owned by a father and daughter, and now 7-year-old Liza is behind the counter. Today, she shared with me the story behind each glass of lemonade that's sold and the impact it has on her week ahead. Liza Scott starts her day by prepping the product.
And then we mix it.
And at Liza's lemonade stand, she offers more than just a cold drink to quench your thirst.
Cookies, decorating stuff, candy canes.
Running your own business can be tough in a pandemic, but for little Liza, it's life or death.
She has 3 cerebral malformations. One is what they call a schizencephaly. So it's a cleft in the frontal lobe on the right side of her brain that they believe is causing most of the seizures.
Elizabeth Scott says her daughter started having seizures less than a month ago.
Our world has been turned upside down very quickly.
In 1 week, the two will fly out to Boston Children's Hospital for the first of a series of brain surgeries.
I can't handle it. So I hope I make it. And my mom keeps saying I'm going to, but I feel like I'm not.
Liza's mom says she's still processing this reality and leaning on her faith to get through it.
You know, in the moments when I feel like I can't breathe or I wake in the night and I can't sleep, I pray. I'm on my hands and knees, literally praying.
All of the money from Liza's lemonade stand will help cover medical costs. The Homewood community wasted no time in showing their support. While we were shooting interviews, a customer read Liza's story and immediately pulled out his wallet.
Thank you. $100.
She's very sweet. I can tell, and I want to help.
Scott has gotten additional insurance to help cover the medical bills, but with travel and hotel costs, this surgery is already upwards of $10,000 out of pocket.
And as a single mom, I'm the financial supporter of both my children.
Single mom? And of course, look, this community and people donating, wonderful. But honestly, this is the richest country in the history of the world. And of course, this local station is not going to be like, why the hell don't we have Medicare for all? This story should make you scream for force the vote. This story should make Anna Kasparian and Cenk Uygur retire. They should be ashamed of themselves. This should make the squad if you're watching this, force the vote to get Medicare for all or fucking quit. Your ineptitude is potentially costing the life of a 7-year-old girl. The community shouldn't be bailing her out. The government, with its trillions of dollars that it gives to Wall Street and to its ridiculous wars, should be doing that. And these billionaires that don't pay taxes, we could all have free healthcare. Big pharmaceutical companies, the healthcare lobby, they buy ad time on networks like this so that these journalists don't go, what the fuck? This is horrific that this 7-year-old girl's like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. If that doesn't break your heart, are you dead inside? But I'm not going to force the vote because Jimmy Dore said mean things. So let's hope the child makes it. But, you know, they're staring at mountains of debt. The number one cause of bankruptcy in this country is medical costs.
So this is not something you can budget for.
When life hands you lemons,
She makes amazing lemonade.
Liza's closing up shop now, but she'll be back here first thing tomorrow morning and next week until she flies out to Boston on Thursday for her surgery. Live in Homewood, I'm Malik Rankin, CBS 42 News, local coverage you can count on.
Now, no mention of how we need Medicare for all. None. They should be screaming this. We're so misguided as a country. And look, the people that have donated, and look, the update on this article, because this was done on like the 25th of February. So I think she's even, or I don't know if she's had the surgery. It sounds like she already has. They raised $250,000. Okay, great. That's awesome. But this 250, this is just a tax on good people. This is like you're a good person. You want to help a girl and a single mom. This is good people tax. This is what? 2 of Elon Musk's Teslas? This is what? The fuel cost on one trip on Jeff Bezos's $75 million Gulfstream? How do you look yourself in the mirror? If you work for one of these big healthcare companies, how do you look yourself in the mirror if you're a billionaire and you let this happen? How do you look yourself in the mirror if you're AOC or Omar or any of the squad, Ro Khanna? How do you look yourself in the mirror because you didn't force the vote? How do you look yourself in the mirror if you're Cenk and Anna? How do you look yourself in the mirror? Now's not the time. Now's not the time. Had you done force the vote? I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't have had to do this. And maybe people wouldn't have to donate hundreds of thousands of dollars in the middle of a pandemic. Maybe we could have Medicare for all because Joe Biden could have done it on day one of his presidency. We're in the middle of a national emergency. He could just say, everybody gets Medicare for all. He could just do that. This could be a non-issue. And then the only thing the family has to worry about is this 7-year-old girl going to make it? So is the 7-year-old make it, which is horrific and the most stressful thing anyone could ever think about? And we're going to put money problems on top of it? As a single mom and the financial support of both my children, this is not something you can budget for. Yeah, you don't think you're going to have to pay for brain surgery for your 7-year-old kid in the richest country in the history of the world. But we got money to bomb, right? We got money to bomb Syria, but we can't help a little girl out, but we got money to bomb Syria. These two stupid parties are arguing over this stimulus bill in this dumb Congress and Senate, both run by these maggots in the Democratic and Republican Party. Hey, AOC, are you mad? Fuck you. Fuck you, you sellout. You fucking sellout. A 7-year-old girl's going through this and you could help her. Fuck you. A YouTuber said the F word. Yeah, go fuck yourself. You fucking pieces of shit. Get fucking Medicare for all right fucking now. Get it right now. It's a 7-year-old girl, you maggots. Here's what this kid said on CNN. I lost it. Anyway. I'm trying to find this video, but there's this video where they go to ice fishing Minnesota and they call out Biden on CNN. Bombs he's dropping on Syria are kind of expensive for a dude that owes me $2,000. So everybody's waking up. We got money for war. We can't even give people $2,000 like we said we're going to do. Oh, and by the way, a 7-year-old girl has to get brain surgery and the neighborhood has to raise the money. I hope I make it. Hey, send out a tweet, Omar, Presley, Corey Bush. Send out a tweet. Maybe that'll do it. Will that help a 7-year-old girl? Save it. Send out a tweet. From the bottom of my heart, fuck you, you pieces of shit. And yeah, of course, Lindsey Graham, you're a fucking piece of shit. You lefties never call out the Republicans. It's a foregone conclusion that the Republicans are maggot-ridden, soulless pieces of shit. You're not a Christian, by the way, if you're against Medicare for all. So shut the fuck up. You're going straight to hell. And so are you, squad. Go fuck yourselves. Go sleep at night because this 7-year-old girl and her mom's got to go through this. That's the first of several surgeries. A series of them she has to get. Brain surgery is horrifyingly scary and insanely expensive in this dumb country for anybody at any age. A 7-year-old? She shouldn't be having a fundraiser for brain surgery at 7 years old. She should be doing 7-year-old kid stuff. A 7-year-old girl has to go, I'm not sure I'm going to make it. Force the fucking vote. Fuck you, Nancy Pelosi. Fuck you, you rich, awful piece of shit. Go fuck yourself. I hope you choke to death on ice cream. Is that harmful content? Yeah, fuck you. That's why I'm run Rockfin. Fuck off. A country that allows this to happen is a sick, deranged country. And politicians in Congress with 12 million Twitter followers that don't do anything about it, you're detestable. You're detestable. Cenk and Anna, you're detestable people. Anna Kasparian put her arm around Madeleine Albright, who let 500,000 children die under Clinton sanctions that killed 500,000 Iraqi kids, and she was okay with it. So you're okay with killing children, I guess. And Cenk, you fucking maggot-ridden piece of shit, I don't want you to come on my show to debate. I want to punch you, you Turk piece of shit, you Armenian genocide piece of shit. Fuck you. Anyone that smeared Jimmy Dore for not forcing the vote, this girl, this is on your hands. We could have free healthcare in this country, but you don't want it. So this is on your hands. I hope this girl makes it. I hope this girl makes it. But her medical bills are on your hands. This is the dumbest fucking country I've ever seen in my fucking life. You dipshit right-wingers that protested you couldn't wear a mask and you wanted a haircut, you should go. If you brought guns to a Capitol for this, That I'd be on board with. That I'd actually be on board with. No more 7-year-olds are going to die or have bankruptcy. No one's going to die because they don't have health care. No one's going to have to file bankruptcy because of medical bills. And we're bringing our guns to the Capitol building to make this happen. That I'd be down with. Not some hillbilly fucking Trump conspiracy QAnon bullshit. You fucking idiots. You fucking morons. You dipshits. Why are you so fucking stupid, America? Look at me when I'm talking to you. There's a fucking 7-year-old kid's life on the line. You pieces of shit. Graham's got anger issues. Yes, let's focus on my anger. Not that a 7-year-old's dying and gonna bankrupt her mom. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's get mad. Let's focus on my anger. If that doesn't outrage you, you're dead inside. Go step over another homeless person while you get into your luxury car with a coexist sticker on it. Or your big pickup truck with an American Eagle and a Bible in it. You're not a Christian. If you're a right winger and this doesn't piss you off, and you call yourself a Christian, you're a piece of shit. Jesus is going to butt fuck you in a lake of fire when you go to hell. So fuck you. And if you're a liberal, I'm a liberal woke and this doesn't outrage you, then fuck you. Take your rainbow flag and jam it up your fucking ass. If you're not mad about this, you're fucking stupid. You're useless and you're stupid. Yay, Kamala. Yeah, I'm so fucking stupid. She's against Medicare for all. Kamala Harris is against Medicare for all. She's against rescuing this 7-year-old kid. Joe Biden is against Medicare for all. And they're bombing other children. But they're children of color and they're Muslim children in Syria. So who gives a shit, right? Isn't that the attitude? JFK gave a speech in 1962 saying we should have free healthcare. In 1962. In 1962. This of all could have been avoided. You voted for Hillary Clinton? You helped make this happen. You voted for Trump? You helped make this happen. You're awful, you're a horrible human being, and you're stupid. And Google demonetized me. Okay, awesome. Go fuck yourself. If you're a Second Amendment Christian and you're not mad at this and you fight for your stupid fucking right-wing dumb crap, take your gun and put it in the mouth and kill yourself. If you're fucking, coexist, but you're not mad about this, hang yourself with your fucking rainbow flag. Just get off the planet. You're horrible. Let's try to rescue this kid with actual Medicare for all that the richest country in the history of the world can afford. Thanks for watching. Boom. Glad I'm watching this live because it's coming down. Yeah. Well, it'll be up on Rockfin. I'm not going to put that clip on YouTube because they're going to pull it down. So it'll be on Rockfin tomorrow for free. It'll be on Rockfin tomorrow for free. If I put that on YouTube, they'll pull me down. They might deplatform me because I did this live because I'm live streaming on YouTube right now. But that's going up on Rockfin. Phantom is Phanto. Shave your knuckles for justice. Someone put together an impressive article about the math concerning the energy levels spent on NFTs and the ecological cost of them. Graham, it's staggering when you look at the numbers, if accurate. No, it's good. Thank you for sharing that with me. I will look into that. Graham, check out this company for NFTs. Ooh, thanks, Sharif. I appreciate that. I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to save that. Bookmark. Thanks, Sharif. Oh, cool. Another NFT site. Awesome. Yeah, that's one girl. How about the minimum 40,000 others? Yeah, I know. Richard Talk, breaking news. Aliens exist. No need to explore space. Elon Musk and all of his billionaire bum chums are alien to all of us. Ugh. The rocket blows up. Annalise Garcia, what's up, Annalise? Liz's story made me cry. The U.S. is inhumane. White House came out and said that normalizing relations with Cuba isn't one of their priorities right now. As someone who was born in Cuba and still has family there, I didn't know that. I feel enraged that my aunt has no access to food or meds, and there is nothing I can do so we can work with Saudi Arabia and sell them arms after killing Khashoggi, but Cuba's a problem. I know. More fucking evil bullshit, man. I'm sorry to hear that, Annalise. Chino Latino, the squad equals death panel since they won't force the vote for Medicare for all. David Guevara, healthcare for all would not be free. We already pay for it, but we don't get it. Good point. Instead, the stock market billionaire crooks get bailed out with trillions, and the military gets to kill brown 7-year-olds in the Middle East and Latin America. Yep. Doc Terminus, boom. Anna got a sweet nose job with all that Katzenberg money. Looking in the mirror has never been better as an Armenian working for a show called The Young Turks. Souls for sale. Yep. Tom Sand, keep calling them out. I will, my friend. Boom. Anna Mayers, truth. What's up, Anna? Good to see you. In the Affordable Care Act, there's an executive order Biden could sign alone and give us health care, but he won't. Libby, Montana has Medicare for all. Democrats voted on a bill to honor the cops who let people in on January 6th and took selfies with the mob. All this during the grand jury selection for the murder of George Floyd. Spit in the face of Black Lives Matter, white supremacy at its finest. They are honored for being murderers. God, this country's so fucked up. David Carlton, thank you for supporting the show, David. I appreciate it. All right, let's do another segment. Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching the Political Vigilante. Well, we've been demonetized by StalinTube. I mean, the CIA. I mean, YouTube. So a great way to support the show is go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood or rockfin.com/Graham Elwood. On Patreon, you can do what Independent Left News has done and submit articles like this. Cuomo has a long history of using women as props to empower himself, critics say. Oh, ho, ho. Hey, where's the Me Too movement? Believe all women unless they accuse a Democrat. Believe all women except Tara Reid. Believe all women except the women that accused Clinton. Ugh, so horrible. But this article is good because it goes into how Cuomo has like tried to align himself with like women's and feminist groups to just prop himself up for political gain. But we know not only has he lied about people dying in senior care centers, he lied. He did awful things with COVID. Remember last spring? It was like, wow, Cuomo's a real hero. Boy, I'd love to see him as our president. People are so easily duped. Meanwhile, oh, he's a sex creep and a parasite that one of these guys is like, I'm a feminist for women's movements. And no, you just want their voter block or whatever, or to look good to the Me Too movement so they vote for you. You fucking piece of shit. You and your fucking pimp little brother. You two pimps. You two little pimps. State's Attorney General prepares investigate allegations of sexual harassment leveled by two women who used to work in Cuomo's administration, with a third allegation of unwanted advance from a woman he met at a wedding reception. He's doing creepy, creepy shit. Just don't like these guys. They're just little weasels. And dummy liberals, man, they're such suckers for it. They just suckers. You're suckers. Not to mention, not only this, obviously this is awful. Obviously what we're finding out about how he lied about the numbers of COVID deaths in senior care facilities. Let's not also forget 10 years of closing down hospital beds in the state of New York. A friend of mine's cousin is a nurse, and she was like, been on the front lines of this COVID thing. She's like, the nurses union hates him. We've been fighting with this guy for years. He's an awful piece of shit. But he calls out Trump on MSNBC with his dumb bitch brother, and we're all supposed to go, yay, he's our hero. Wow. What a maggot-ridden little weasel family that is. I'd like to punch him in his big, fat, red nose, you sexual harassing bag of shit. You let people die. You cut back hospital beds, and you harass women. Seppuku, it's an option. He was the man behind the Women's Equality Party, who eventually signed the Reproductive Health Act and even pushed to extend the statute of limitations and allegations on rape, sitting flanked by leaders of Hollywood's Time's Up movement. You know, Alyssa Milano. Why wasn't MSNBC all summer talking about Tara Reid? Oh, right. Because Cuomo's brother's on MSNBC. Rachel Maddow's on MSNBC. They're not going to call that out. They're going to scream Russia, Trump, Trump, Russia, Russia, Trump, Trump. So now what? Trump's gone, guys. Trump's gone. Biden won. You can't say Russia stole the election. What now? Oh, your heroes are fucking evil pimps just like Trump. Well, he's not as bad as Trump. Why? He's not as bad as Trump? Because he didn't say grab him by the pussy? Is that it? This is okay? He set all this stuff up to make him look bad, not to help women's causes. Here's what the article says. Cuomo has actually appropriated feminism as a tool, positioning women as props in a political strategy that maintains his own power and control. You mean in tweets like this? Oh, from 2015, too many women are sexually assaulted while in college. Joined Governor Cuomo to discuss why. Enough is enough. Look at this. He's so sensitive. He's such a sensitive feminist man. 2015, boy, this didn't age well, Pelosi. Wow. Should have kept that one in one of your ice cream fridges. Enough is enough. I hate these kind of guys. These guys who call themselves feminists, shut up. I've never said I'm a feminist. I'm for equality. Women can say they're feminists or not. That's their thing. I'm not going to say that as a man. I'm for equality. I'm for equality. I'm for enough is enough. And I'm for knocking predatory guys like this the fuck out. Investigate, put him in jail. I'm all for it. But also deserves to get his ass kicked. Preying on women, you piece of shit. And then using women. Ugh. But of course, is Pelosi going to call him out now? Of course not. She's going to protect the party. Because she's a sellout, soulless maggot, like everyone in both of these awful parties. Just like Susan Collins defended Kavanaugh because he was a Republican. That's how awful this duopoly is. Republican women will defend rapist Republican men. And Democratic women will defend rapist Democratic men. Joe Biden's our hero. He raped Tara Reid. He's a piece of shit. They're all pieces of shit. The governor faced a challenge from his left. Fordham University, this is another example where he says he's all women, but when he gets out lefted by like a woman, then this is how he acts. Fordham University law professor Zephyr Teachout, who challenged the governor for Working Families Party nomination and decided to primary the governor on the Democratic line. Throughout the race, Teachout said Cuomo refused to debate her, to say her name, or even greet her in public settings. Wow, that's so woke. I tell you what, if I ever ran for office, I would debate anyone that ran against me, because if why I'm not afraid. Bring it. Bring it. You want to go toe to toe with a comedian that knows more than you? Go for it. I will beat you. You'll say crazy crap. I'll have all the lies out that you say. I'll show where you get your money from. I guarantee you, if I ever ran for office against a Democrat or something, they wouldn't debate me, because I'd outleft them and they would avoid me. I would never, if I was running for office, I'd say, yeah, bring it, man. Debate me. See what you got. Maybe you can beat me. I don't know. I know what I stand for. And I've got access to the internet and opensecrets.org. So I already got you beat. I already got you beat. And I don't give a shit. I don't care about my political career. I'm not going to like play nice so I can win. I don't give a shit. Punk. Wouldn't even debate her. Wow. And you defended people. Christopher Columbus is a hero to the Italian people. No, he's not. You were defending, we shouldn't rip down his statues. Christopher Columbus was a genocidal, sex trafficking monster by his own words in his own journal. So that's who Cuomo's on board with. Christopher Columbus won't talk to women that are better than him in a political race, but uses women in feminist causes to further his cause, and then sexually harasses them in the workplace. Wow, what a great guy. Boy, the Democratic Party is just filled with so many wonderful people. He's shown the sort of deep disdain and lack of respect for anybody who challenges him, but in particular for women who are speaking up and challenging his power. That is typical behavior of a predatory abuser. It's typical behavior. That's typical behavior of any predator, of any person in power that's an abuser, right? That's how Epstein victims said Ghislaine Maxwell treated them less than. She said awful things to them because Ghislaine Maxwell was a predator. She was a pedophile and a sex trafficker. That's how they think. Graham, wait a minute. Cuomo's not a pedophile and a sex trafficker. Okay, we have no evidence of that. But I'm just showing you how the abuser mind works. He's an abuser. Ghislaine Maxwell's an abuser. That's how they work. That's how the mind works. Since its inception, the Women Equality Party raised eyebrows among other women leaders, including State Senator Liz Krueger, who called its establishment a mistake and saw it as a potential threat to women's leadership within the Democratic Party, Politico reported. Of course it is. Of course it is. And I wonder what happened to her. She probably got smeared, you know, hey, shut up. Oh, wait, she's not allowed to speak up. We want strong, outspoken women that just toe the corporate party line of banks and warmongering and blah, blah, blah. Don't speak up. Don't speak up to the left. This is someone who is highly insecure, a narcissist, and who is unwilling to productively work with others in a collaborative way that isn't bullying and isn't manipulative and isn't manipulation of people and facts. That's your hero. But Graham, the Republicans are pieces of shit too. The two-party system is awful. This is why. This is your hero. He needs to step down as governor. He needs to go to jail. And we need to get a People's Party in the governorship of New York and every state. Red state voters are distracted to vote against their own interests by the Second Amendment and family values. And socialism. Oh, Joe Biden's a socialist. Joe Biden's a Republican. He's not a socialist. I wish he was a socialist. He's not. And dumb fuck blue check neoliberals, identity politics and fake wokeism. They'll vote against their own interests. Cuomo's awful. He's an awful person. He's bad. He made the crisis in New York worse by his closing hospitals Like 10,000 beds he shut down, something like that over 10 years. Maybe it was more, I forget, but it was in the thousands of hospital beds, which made it worse. And then we find out he lied during the COVID pandemic. And now we found out he's sexually harassing people, maybe even sexually assaulting. We don't know. It definitely sexually harassment. And then he gives his apology. It was inappropriate. Shut the fuck up and step down. Tear him down like a Christopher Columbus statue that he's so much defended. He defends a genocidal sex trafficking monster in Christopher Columbus. Read Columbus's journal. It's horrific. Columbus's own words are horrific. That's who his hero is. Got it. Thanks. Areas with Pelosi in 2015. Enough is enough. Yeah. Fire both of them. Because she's going to defend him. It's time to let the. They don't give a shit about you. They only care about their power. They're not going to call him out. The fake ass neoliberal Me Too movement isn't going to call him out because if he was a Republican, they'd be screaming upside down and back. They'd be screaming. But when a Democrat's like, well, that's not good. Keep voting for the lesser of two evils. Don't demand a third and a fourth party. Don't demand that elected officials do what they say they're going to do. Don't demand of them. Don't vote them out if they don't do what they want. Just keep voting for the lesser of two evils. Absolutely. Yes, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. Keep voting for the lesser of two evils. This is what you get. This is what you get. People get the governments that they deserve. You vote for the lesser of two evils, this is what you get. And the lesser of two evil, the liberals, shamed me and others. When I voted third party in November, I wrote in Jesse Ventura, and in 2016, I vote for Dr. Jill Stein. Dr. Jill Stein has none of these accusations. Dr. Jill Stein didn't shut down hospital beds. Dr. Jill Stein has no sexual harassment things. Dr. Jill Stein hasn't lied about dead people's numbers to protect her money from big pharmaceutical and the healthcare lobby. She has none of those things, but she was vilified as a Russian asset because she had the audacity to run against warmonger Hillary Clinton, who flight logs indicated been on Jeffrey Epstein's plane twice and was at his compound numerous times with her husband, who's a fucking rapist pedophile. No, keep voting for the lesser two evils. When Joe Biden checks out because he has dementia and Kamala has to run out his term and she runs for re-election in 2024, election for the first time, you'll vote for her and turn a blind eye to the fact that she put 100,000 black men behind bars as the attorney general. You'll turn a blind eye to all the bombing she did as vice president. And when she gets sworn in as president, she'll keep the bombing going. You'll turn a blind eye to that because the Republicans will run some fucking Nazi. And you'll just be like, wait till the midterms. And it'll never end. And America's going to go down in a toilet because you're too stupid to pull your head out of your ass and realize that the lesser of two evils is still evil. But I'm the problem. Get mad at me. Blame me. Blame a comedian on YouTube. You just calls out your bullshit and you're not adult enough to admit you're wrong and want to change things for the better. So that's cool. Shave your knuckles for justice. Boom. Saw Corey Feldman's movie. Corey was right. It's all connected. Yep. Oh. All right. Let me read these Rockfin tips and we'll head on out of here. Hmm. 2021 Pimps and Hoes Party. Everyone is dressing as Congress members. Yeah, Biden's administration doing the same thing. Yeah, first woman, first person of color, same bullshit. Independent Left News, what's up? Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for doing what you do, Graham. Appreciate you speaking inconvenient truths to power. I missed the beginning. Did you apply for remonetization? Yes, I did. They said I got to wait a month for them to review it. So it'll be at least 2 months before. I'm not going to get it back. If I do, they'll take it away from me again. Maybe for tonight's stream, whatever. I might get deplatformed. Be ready for that. Me just not being on YouTube. Get ready for that. That's another reason to be on Rockfin. They're just going to yank me off of YouTube. Get ready for it. Did you apply? Yeah, I think it's been 30 days now. Jamar Thomas found there was a button on his dash he had to turn on to remonetize. Doubt it will work for you, but can't hurt to give it a shot. Fredo works for CNN for the record. Oh, yeah, whatever. No difference. Thank you for that. Kate, what's up, Kate? Our moderator. I asked my friend who lives in Italy what Italians think of how someone like Cuomo acts Italian and is such a bad ambassador for Italian culture. And she said, nobody in Italy knows who Cuomo is. In Italy, he's just a dumb American who has Italian ancestors. That's how we're viewed. Look, if I go to Ireland, they're not going to say, oh, here's Graham, the Irish guy. They're going to say, you're an American whose ancestors were from Ireland. And that's absolutely correct. Kate, I love how nobody gave a crap about the dead elderly people and Cuomo slashing the New York medical budget in a pandemic. Sad I had to get to this horrible series of lecherous tales to inch the world nearer towards dislodging Cuomo. You got it. Andrew Davis. Boom. Thank you, Andrew. All right. That's our show, everybody. Graham, do you have no respect for the First Amendment? YouTube is about to yank you as a way of showing how much they respect the First Amendment and freedom of the press. I know it's an honor that they're exercising their First Amendment right on shutting me down. It's so great. Hey, Sydney. All right, I'm going to do a fun karaoke song because doing these stories is really tough. It's like hard on me mentally and physically to do this shit, to just see how stupid and awful everything is. This one won't be done with a character. We're just going to do it.
You do. Keep your number and keep your phone.
Bill Stearns, sing it, Graham. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much for supporting me on the Rockfin and all the other platforms. I very much appreciate it. And I'll see if there's anything on Venmo real quick. This is my favorite song, so I gotta sing this. It's all the same. Only the names will change every day. It just seems we're wasting away. Another place where the faces are so cold. I drive all night just to get back home. I'm a cowboy on a rock fin I ride. I'm wanted, dead or alive. Wanted, dead or alive. Sometimes I sleep, sometimes it's not for days. The people I meet, they all go their separate ways. Sometimes you tell the day by the vegan smoothie that you drink. Sometimes when you're alone, all you do is think. I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride. I'm wanted, dead or alive. Wanted, dead or alive. Oh, I ride. I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride. I'm wanted, dead or alive. I walk these streets, a loaded 6-string on my back. I play for keeps, 'cause I might not make it back. I've been here everywhere, still I'm standing tall. I've seen a million faces, and I've rocked them all. I'm a cowboy on a surfboard I ride. I'm wanted, dead or alive. I'm a cowboy, I got the night on my side, and I'm wanted, dead or alive. And I ride, dead or alive. I still try, dead or alive. Thanks for watching.